All right, everybody. So we're going to do muscular assessment number 2. And the CrossFit Tidal Wave and a couple other systems we run off of, we do a muscular assessment test. And basically what that does is that just tells us your different tension length relationships and things along those lines. So basically if you can move safely or if there's going to be some structural problem you may have that's going to be a recurring problem. So we've already done the T-spine mobility test, which you can check on our YouTube page. You can also see it in our private group, Seismic Fitness and CrossFit Tidal Wave. But the one we're going to do today is going to be the Pec Minor. So the Pec Minor is a muscle that actually kind of attaches here and here, and it allows you to pull your shoulder down and forward. Now with the Pec Minor, what happens is if we live in this forward rounded posture position, you end up sitting at the desk and doing this, shoulders rolled forward. They end up shortening over time and getting overactive. And when those are overactive, all these muscles in the back here, traps and things along those lines, they keep your shoulders down and back. They end up getting taut. So they end up getting tired under a lot of tension. They end up getting weak, and they end up getting overpowered by your Pec Minor. So you have this Pec Major, which as most people know, and then we have the Pec Minor right here. So a lot of trigger points and shoulder problems and things along those lines end up getting up in there. So with the Pec Minor, the test is you're going to lay on your back. So you're going to take the top part of your shoulder right here. And I'm a good example of somebody who has a tight Pec Minor. So top part of your shoulder right here, you're going to lay on the ground, and this from the top boniest part of your shoulder to the ground should be somewhere around an inch. If there's some huge difference, like I'm an example, I'm about 1.5 inches, then that means you have a tight chest, Pec Minor area. So if that's the case, that can cause a couple problems. One, anything overhead pressing, you're not going to be, or anything overhead, you're not going to be in the most mechanically advantageous position because your shoulder is being this internally and downwardly rotated, as well as your shoulder blades are winging in the back because of this. So what we got to do, one, we got to stretch this, and we got to strengthen the things in the back that allow that to happen with your posture. Instead of this is what we're looking for. This is better for pressing, this is better for your posture, this is better for your structure, this is long-term athletic ability. So first thing we're going to do on this is we're going to stretch out the pecs. There's a couple different ways you can do it. One, you can go elbow on the door frame, create a 90, and just use that door frame and push your chest forward, stretch that out. Another one is we call pec stretch the stick. So you should put your palm on a broomstick. Here you're not going to rotate, and you're just going to use that stick and push it back at an angle. And you're just going to find a position that's comfortable, and you're going to hold about 1 minute each side. Same idea, stick, palm on the stick, push it back at that angle. So you're actually trying to not just push it back, you're trying to drive it away from you. So you're trying to stretch that arm out as you go back. So you're going to go 45 seconds, minute, however long you need it. Then another one, since we've stretched out your chest, now we're going to work on strengthening the muscles in your back. So you're going to back up to the wall, you're going to flatten your shoulder blades on the wall. We're going to do a no money position. So you can see on palms up here, I want you to externally rotate your shoulders and keep your shoulder blades down and back. About 2 sets of 10 or 15. When really focus on trying to get your thumbs to touch the wall as you do it. Now with that being said, if that's too easy for you, you can get you a light band and add some resistance to that for the banded no monies. Another one is a scap wall slide. So you're going to walk up to a wall, you're going to put your forearms on the wall. Slide all the way up, keeping your shoulder blades down and back and your core tight, trying to maintain contact through your entire forearm. You're going to go as high as you can without your structure changing. About 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps. A couple variations for that. You can get you a t-shirt and put it on your forearms. It allows it to slide a little bit better. You can get you a light band, put it across your wrists. That way you have to pressure against the band the entire time, and that's going to fire all that stuff in your lower traps, which are going to be generally going to be one of the problems that's causing this, is a weak lower trap. Then last one for this is we're going to do we did the banded no monies, doorway slides. There we go. So you're going to find you a doorway, so you can kind of see, I have this one over here. You're going to get in that same double pec stretch position we were doing earlier. Shoot your chest forward, and I want you to slide your forearms along the doorway, keeping your elbows in tight, and all the way up overhead. Prod for a set, 2 sets of 10 reps on that. So what I would do is I would do the pec stretch with the stick or the door jam to release all that. Then banded, or the no money's or banded no money's, doorway slides, and your scap slides or serratus slides on the wall. Cool. So test yourself. See if that top of your shoulder is grossly away, or if you notice it's more than like 1.5 inches, 2 inches off the ground. Then these are generally things you're going to need to look at addressing if you want to have healthy shoulders in the long term.